Video we will learn what is Cartesian plane, and we will also see what are the different definitions and terminology associated with Cartesian plane. So basically Cartesian plane is a system of defining a point, line, a particular shape on a simple surface, and it is defined by two lines. The intersection point of the two lines is called origin. This is called origin, and it is written as O here, and then this is like one number line extending to infinity on either side in the horizontal direction, and it is by convention represented or written as x in the positive side and x dash in the negative side. Similarly, there is another number line which also is having the midpoint as origin, and by convention it is written as y and y dash, and this is positive and this is positive. This one is negative and this one is also negative. So this side is positive, this side is negative, and upper side is positive and the downside is negative. So this is called Cartesian plane, and the way we are presented it, this is the midpoint for both the number lines, the vertical number line as well as the horizontal number line. Now these two intersecting lines or basically divide the whole plane into four quadrants, and this is called first quadrant. Let me take other color pen so that it is clear. And this is called second quadrant, this is called third quadrant, and this is called fourth quadrant. Now the first quadrant, if you look at it, both x and y both are positive and positive, positive and positive. And when we take the second quadrant, the x is negative, so first by convention x is written, and then the other one is positive. Y is positive because it is in the upper plane, so negative, positive. In the third quadrant, both are negative, so negative, negative. And in the fourth quadrant, it is positive and then negative. So let me circle these quadrants: first, second, third, and fourth. Now what does this mean? So if we are saying that a particular point, say I draw another Cartesian plane here, and if I say this is a point here, now this is in, we will say this is in quadrant 1, whereas this is, say we take another point with a green color pen and we put a point here, so this is in quadrant 4, and so on. So if a point is here, it is in quadrant 2. If a point is here, it is in quadrant 3. Now when we say a point, we have learnt in the earlier video, so a point we call it what are the coordinate of this point, and the coordinate of the points are, first is we move in the x direction and then we move in the y direction. Suppose we move x direction 2 units and y direction 3 units, then the coordinate of this point are called 2, 3. So by convention x coordinate is written first. So this is by convention is 2, 3, and suppose this is the point. So again we will draw a perpendicular here and then see first x direction. X direction is suppose minus, in this case it is minus 3 and or say minus 4, and this is plus 3 because it is up. So the coordinate of this point will be minus 4 and plus 3. By convention the plus sign is not written, that you have seen earlier also, and I am repeating that by convention plus sign is omitted, and if no sign is written it is assumed to be plus. So that way a point is represented by x, y coordinate of that point, and these are called coordinates. So we can call them x coordinate, y coordinate. And this is called x axis and this is called y axis. X axis and y axis. X axis and y axis. And what is the plural of axis? Plural of axis is AXES. So if we are talking of the two axes, then we will say two axes like this. The word I will become E. And you know what is the meaning of origin? Because we have used another word here, origin, and then we have used word axis and also coordinate. And then we have quadrant. Quadrant is like first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, and fourth quadrant. Okay, origin is the source from where the things start. It is the starting point. So remember, you can go and look at the dictionary and then say origin means starting point. For example, we have origin of river. From wherever the river starts, then that is called the origin. Like river Ganges starts from Gangotri. So Gangotri is the origin of river Ganges. So basically in Cartesian plane, we can represent any point and the point can be written in the form of its coordinate. And then again, first we will, by convention, first we write x and then we write y. Now this particular Cartesian plane also has some other name. This is also called xy plane. Because this is x and y. So this is also called xy plane. And because it is also using the coordinates, sometimes people also call it coordinate plane. Coordinate plane. Coordinate plane. So these are the two other names for Cartesian plane. So don't confuse. They are the name for the Cartesian plane only. And for x coordinate and y coordinate also there are other names. Sometimes examiner may confuse you. And this is called abscissa. S-C-I-S-S-A. Abscissa. And this is also called ordinate. Ordinate. So these are the two other names. Sometimes in the examination they may use this wording ordinate and abscissa, but they basically reflect the same. So what have we learned? We have learned the Cartesian plane. The other name of Cartesian plane are xy plane or coordinate plane, and basically we have 4 quadrants. And the first quadrant, both x coordinate and y coordinate are plus, whereas in the second quadrant x coordinate is minus and the y coordinate is plus. In third quadrant both coordinates are minus, and in the fourth quadrant x coordinate is plus and y coordinate is minus, and any point can be reflected, and then we can define it by defining its coordinate, and we can always locate that point in reference to origin. So origin is always the intersecting point where these two number lines are cutting. So basically it is two number lines, it's like two which are cutting. One is the horizontal, this is the horizontal one, and the other one is the vertical. Vertical is represented by y dash, y dash, and horizontal is by x and x dash. And by convention, the left hand side is positive, negative, right hand side is positive, left hand side is negative, and then the upper side is positive and the down side is negative. So remember that. Thank you.